Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome once again to our technical English class for grade 11. This is our second lesson on definitions. Definitions 2 on page 41 of the course book. In our last class, we saw how to form definitions using relative clauses. In this lesson, we will identify 6 type nouns used in definitions. We will also complete 6 pairs of sentences using type nouns. And lastly, we are going to join pairs of sentences into single definitions using that, which, and who. Now let's look at our vocabulary. We have system, tool, instrument, vehicle, technician, device. All these are type nouns. They are generic nouns. They represent categories. Now, let's take them one by one. System. A system is a group of related parts that work together as a whole for a particular purpose. For example, an alarm system or a heating system. Then we have tool. These are tools. A tool is something that you hold in your hand and use it to do a particular job. Then we have instrument. These are instruments. An instrument is a small tool used in work such as science or medicine. For example, surgical instruments. Next is vehicles. These are vehicles. A vehicle is a machine with an engine that is used to take people or things from place to place, especially on land. For example, cars, bicycles, lorries, and buses. Then we have technician. You can see that a technician is a person who checks and makes sure that machines are working properly. So a technician is someone whose job is to check equipment or machines and make sure that they are working properly. For example, a laboratory technician. And our last word is device. Look at this. They are all devices. A device is a thing made or adapted for a particular purpose, especially of mechanical or electronic equipment. Great. Now let's move on to our first task. Open your course books to page 41. Exercise 3. Fill in the blanks with the most suitable type noun in the box. We have device, instrument, system, technician, tool, and vehicle. They are all generic nouns. They represent categories. Now, pause the video and do the task. Let's check the answers. Number 1. A solar panel is or an space. It converts sunlight into electricity. You can see that solar panel is made for a particular purpose, that is to convert sunlight into electricity. So it is a device. So we have to cancel an. So our answer is device. Number 2. The hovercraft is or an space. It carries people over land and sea. It carries people. So it's a vehicle. So we cancel the and here. Number 3, we have a technician. Number 4, we have a tool. Number 5, satellite system. And the last one, we have instrument. In our next task, we're going to combine each pair of sentences into a single sentence in the form of definition using which, who, or that. Still on page 41, number 4. Combine each pair of sentences in 3, that is this one here, into a single sentence in the form of a definition. Use which, who, or that. Before we do the task, let's take a look at one example. We have 2 sentences here. Number 1, a thermometer is an instrument and it measures temperature. You can see that the second sentence gives a vital information about thermometer. So we can join or combine the 2 sentences in the form of a definition using a defining relative clause. Step 1. We remove the full stop from the first sentence. That is the sentence that contains the word and the type noun, which is this one. So this is the full stop. So we remove it. Full stop, done. Second step, we replace the pronoun in the second sentence with a relative pronoun. And the pronoun here is it. We remove it and replace it with the correct relative pronoun, which. Great. So we have a thermometer is an instrument which measures temperature. Now we are ready to do our task. Before we start the task, let's look at the relative pronouns. We know that which is used with things, who is used with people, and that can replace which or who. Now, let's do number one together. A solar panel is a device. It converts sunlight into electricity. First step is to remove the full stop in the first sentence, this sentence. So we remove the full stop. Since solar panel is a thing, we can replace the pronoun it with which or that. So we replace this with which or that. And we have a solar panel is a device which or that converts sunlight into electricity. Now pause the video and complete the rest. Let's take the answers. Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. GPS is a satellite which or that gives the location of objects on the ground. And the last one, great. This is the end of our lesson. Thank you for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.